up, you guys? It's your favorite quarantine cutie, Mel, back again on my soapbox channel to give you guys yet another video. So, what are we talking about today? We are doing another story time. This story time, I told you I would give, in the last one, this is about the time that I actually got to sing with Wale in the studio and make a song with him. So, basically, let me first tell you guys that we're smoking Tins and Kush. We're almost done with this batch, but I'm trying to make it last until 420 at least. So anyways, okay, so just like how I was new to freaking Atlanta when I was doing the Jacquees video, I was new to LA. I was new to LA and I had just got here, right? So I moved from Atlanta and I was friends with Rory. Like, he had came to my house, the House of Lotus in Atlanta, multiple times, you know. So he had just released like a project and he was having an art gallery in LA. So I was like, all right, that's like a nice way for me to kind of, you know, I missed my friends in Atlanta and stuff like that. So it's just a very nostalgic feeling. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to a Rory event in LA and check out, you know, the team, Love Renaissance, and say hi, show face or whatever. And it was really dope. Anyways, so let me give you guys, I'll give code names or whatever, different names as I go about. So as I am walking around, I'm minding my own business. Actually, I think I had, yeah, I was minding my own business, checking out the art or whatever, going around, having the headphone experience. It was a very cool event. And I'm there by myself. I have no problem like going to events solo dolo. So I was by myself, chilling, minding my own business and my own vibe, just checking out the art. And this guy, I'm gonna call him Brandon. So Brandon walks up to me and he starts to talk to me. So I'm a friendly person. I love to chit chat, you know, so I was open to it. I started talking to Brandon and we're talking about the art or whatever, and then he starts to tell me about what he does. He is a well, he wasn't a singer, but he was a songwriter, and you know, he was inviting me to go to the studio with him and his friends after the fact, after the gallery was over. And I was kind of reluctant because I'm really typically not a person to do that. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I just met you, so I'm not really trying to go to the studio with you, really, despite whatever credentials that you might have. It's just not feeling like my tea right now. So you know, he's like really trying to convince me, so he is just like doing his best, and he did a good job. He walked me to my car, you know, and then like he was just like, well, he's like, you should come, I really want you to come. And because he was such a gentleman, that's what made the difference for me. I was like, okay, well, he's been so nice, and you know, I don't have that many friends here, and you know, I want to continue my music career. So yeah, sure, why, I should probably go to the studio and network or whatever. And he had introduced me to his other friends that were there that he worked with. They were also writers and producers and things like that. So you know, everybody seemed so cool and so dope. So basically he talked me into it, and there were other girls that I had met at the event that were also going to go. So I was just like, okay, I kind of talked to some of them too, and I was just like, all right, let me just go, let me have fun, let me be spontaneous. And I went. So I met them at the studio. This was at Paramount Studios, if you know what that is. So I pulled up there, I had them buzz me in, and then I came, not really knowing what to expect, just thinking like, all right, they're just probably going to play some music and stuff like that. So they did that, and I met so many people. I think I met so many people that night that I still honestly really respect and appreciate. Like, I'm so happy that I said yes because just so many blessings came from the night. Anyways, if it wasn't the first night, like, I went there and basically we hung out. We were in like one of the smaller studios in there. I think it was Studio B, and we were all in there just listening to music. They were playing their music, and you know, it was so good, and I was so amazed because honestly, you know, there's a lot of people who are artists And you know, not all the music is good. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 1000. But it was great. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, these people are really talented. I felt so happy that I was there, and I was just like, wow, I'm supposed to be here. This is where I'm supposed to be right now, and how amazing. Because I was actually doubting. I was like, wow, did I make the right decision moving to LA? Because I was really starting to get a buzz in Atlanta before I left, and I just felt like it was time for me to go. But once I got here, realizing how big this city was, it just made me feel so small. So I was just like, I don't know if I made the right choice. But anyways, we're there, and what do we do? So we're listening, and if it was this same night, it was either this night or another night, because I had followed up and he had kept inviting me to the studio. Like, every time he would go to the studio, he would invite me, like, come. So I was going, because it's just like, this is pretty dope. I'm meeting all these dope people. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna put myself out there so that I can meet people and, you know, just start building a community of people that I can have a fulfilling life with here in LA that have like-minded interests. So I pull up. I think this might have been like the second time, and this time I don't remember there being any of the other girls that we were going with. So I think this might have been the next time that we hung out. I went to the studio with them, and they were working on a song for Wale. Like, they had like a whole camp. So it was like a whole camp. Like, there were writers, producers, rappers, you name it, in this group. And I'm not gonna name the group, but it was a music group at the time. So I was just like, okay, this is pretty cool. I walk into the studio, and there was like, Wale was in the big one, so there was like a smaller outer lobby across from the bigger studio. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go sit over here. You know, I'm not really one to just be like, oh, I'm gonna be all up in the mix, because honestly, I never really get starstruck or star shock or anything like that. I was just like, wow, this is cool, but I'm not that kind of person to be like, oh my gosh, let me go talk to him, let me get an autograph, let me get a picture. I don't do that. So it's just like, okay, we're here. So we're chilling in the lobby across, and I'm just talking to the guy, and he's going back and forth, and I'm just chilling. And like, he wanted me to stay, and at this point we were kind of talking a little bit. So I was just like, oh, okay, I think I might like this guy, let me keep giving him a chance. So he's like, I want you to stay. Eventually the night goes on, and it's like it's later. I think I had went in the studio at one point, and I was in there for a while, and they were just playing back the music, and while it was going in there and coming back, and you know, people were just congregating in the studio. I was like, okay. Eventually I started to get tired, so he was like, you could take a nap up here. There's like this little stairs that go up into like a little room for like artists who want to spend the night. So there was like a little room in there. He's like, you can just chill in here if you want to. You can take a little nap in here, and then, you know, you can come down whenever. So I started taking a nap, because it was getting late. And literally, like, their studio sessions were always long, like into the wee hours of the morning long. Like, it was never a short night. So I'm in there, and he comes and gets me, and he's like, come on. He's like, he's looking for a singer. He needs a singer to do this. He wants a female voice on there. And I was singing with his other friend who was also working with him. I'm gonna name him Junebug. So Junebug was there, and he was singing on there, but they wanted like a duet sound. They wanted a woman. And I was just like, I was talking to the guy when he came to get me, and I was just like, no, this is a dream. Like, literally, this is a dream. Because before, at that point in time, like before that, like a good year before that, I was actually really a Wale fan. Like, I was listening to his music. I had bought, like, I had his Ambition. I just was listening to him heavy. It was like 2 albums that I was really a fan of him, and I was just like, wow, this is nuts. And I really thought the guy was just playing with me. I was like, please don't get me excited, like, don't get me excited. And he took me down there, and I went, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And I'm just thinking in my head, don't fucking blow this. Do not blow this fucking shit right now. Like, don't you start acting fucking scared. Don't start acting shy. You need to get in there, and you need to do what the fuck you came here to do. So I was like, all right. I was nervous as shit though, scared as fuck. So me and Junebug go in a studio, and Junebug lay down his vocals first, and then I was doing the top half. I was singing, you know, Pony, let's do it. So we doing the Pony song, and we had cut everything, and it was really good. So after the fact, like, I didn't know what was gonna happen with it. Like, it never ended up coming out, but yeah, we had did that shit. And like, I remember I had came back to the studio another date to hang out with them, and this time it was with Travis Scott was there or whatever, and they like were having another session. It was another Wale session where they're like going through the songs, and they started playing, and it was like, who is that? Like, and I was like, that's me. Like, I'm telling the other people that's in the back, I'm like, that's me. Like, that's sound good, don't it? I'm just playing, but no, it really did. And then like I had to go back in the studio because they were like making adjustments. They were like, well, try it this way, try taking out this song, I mean this word or whatever, change this word to try to make it like an updated version of the pony. And I think we were recording like some of the verses, so it was really cool. It was really dope, super amazing experience. Wouldn't trade it for the world. So thankful to Brandon, even though, you know, we've had quite the roller coaster ride of a relationship and friendship. But shout out to him though, because he definitely put me in some really cool rooms and situations. All right, you guys, that's the end of this story time. I actually have so many more story times that I'm going to film because doing these have sparked so many memories. Like, sometimes when I'm trying to think of concepts, I'm like, what have I even been through? Well, I've been through a lot of stuff. Like, I've done a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things that I could tell you guys about if you want to listen. So thanks for tuning into my story time. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and check out the links below in the description. Also, I have a pinned comment down there below where you can check out my music content on channel Melody Rain, and, you know, show me some love on there. Until next time, you guys, make sure you stay posh. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and check that pinned comment below to check out some of my music content. Also, subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this story time. There is so many more coming. Bye.